Get ready. It's time for a well-deserved break, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from the KDKA TV studios. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
You okay?
Got a little choked up all of a sudden.
Are you going to be all right?
I'm okay, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, last minute there, I got a little something in my throat.
Okay, why don't you take a sip of your Perrier?
My Perrier. It's never coffee. People assume because it's a PTL coffee mug that it's coffee, but you don't have coffee either, do you?
I drink water because I usually have had my share of coffee by now. Nobody wants me to drink any more coffee by this point.
Because then she'll talk even faster.
Do you remember the day that I had?
Even more animated. Oh, we remember the
day I had Red Bull. Yeah.
You had 3 coffees and a Red Bull, didn't you?
That's true. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did the show that day in 45 minutes.
we got it done so fast.
Right.
So much time to play after.
Well, the reason we're talking about coffee, it is National Coffee Day.
Which you don't care to celebrate very much, do you?
Well, you know what? When our coffee shop outside the station was up and running before COVID started, I used to go out there in the afternoons and I would get iced coffee.
And a big chocolate chip cookie.
They sold chocolate chip cookies like the size of your head.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would try to hide the chocolate chip cookie as I walked back in the newsroom, but then I would have the coffee. And when I have coffee, not only do I talk fast like you, but like it's like magic juice because I can make grocery lists while I'm talking to you, and I can, be planning my retirement plan. I can do all these things at once, but it's almost too much for me.
Yeah.
Like it leaves I can feel my heart beating, and that's not a cool feeling.
That's how I feel alive when that happens. That's how my brain works all the time. Right now, I'm already making my grocery list.
While we're talking right now, you're making your grocery list. So anyway, if you do love coffee, today is the day for you because there are deals all over the place.
You know.
Some of them are some places are giving away free coffee. Starbucks has a deal if you order on the app.
I love the app.
They will give you a drink for the next time.
The next time you visit,
the next time you visit.
And this is part of their perks and rewards program.
Right.
Okay, so if you go to 7-Eleven with their rewards app, some users have an offer to get any size coffee for just $1.
Barnes & Noble, you get a free hot or iced tall coffee if you buy something from the bake case, like a cookie, for instance.
That's okay. That's okay. And Krispy Kreme, free coffee, no purchase necessary.
Yeah.
We still have I know we had the Krispy Kreme in Cranberry. I remember when it opened.
County. Oh, yeah.
It was like a big deal.
It was a very big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were lines outside. I remember previewing it before it opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was live there that night talking.
It was such a big deal. And look at you now, David. Still talking about it.
Still talking about it these many years later.
Okay, this is really cool, though, because it's no secret to us here in Pittsburgh. We love coffee. In fact, Wallet Hub did a list of the best coffee cities in America.
And we rank 6th.
Yeah.
Out of 100.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, so they looked at things like price, most coffee shops per capita. We also do well on the bars list for that. Remember that we get rated like more bars per people than normal? But I like this one too, coffee lover friendliness.
Yeah.
So apparently I think as a rule though, Pittsburghers are friendlier than people in a lot of other cities. Don't you think?
I think that's true.
Yeah, I just think that we're truly people that will smile at strangers and say hi.
Plus, I feel like your barista, they're well caffeinated. They know what's up. They're good. Nothing's getting in their way. Just give them their espresso and they're fine.
Seattle, by the way, took the #1 spot, which might not be surprising because they're kind of known for their coffee too.
How much sleep did you get last night? We were just talking about this.
I did.
Morning.
You know what? I was sleeping so good, I didn't even want to get up. I mean, I really. Last night,
did you hit snooze a couple of times?
I did hit snooze a couple times, although not as much as normal.
Yeah.
I have 3 alarms set, and some mornings I'm hitting snooze on all 3 alarms.
I get it. I totally get it.
But you get up so much earlier.
Well, I do, but I also go to bed, with the babies.
Yeah.
I'm in bed at 8 p.m.
Well, you need to because you're getting up at 2
so I got
get in here to do the morning news.
I got my 6 hours last night, don't worry, and my 3 cups of coffee.
So you did get 6 hours. All right.
I did.
Well, we're talking about this because there's a new study that has come out about how much sleep you need, the ideal number of the hours of sleep for your brain to work at its maximum capacity. And so this new study says 7 hours is the ideal amount.
This explains so much. So my brain is not working because I'm 1 hour shy
It's not
of what
at
I
full
need.
capacity, apparently, Heather.
This all makes perfect sense now.
This is what they figured out. So they said, so if you have 4 hours or less, your brain does not work as well. But if you get too much sleep, it's also not good for your brain. 10 hours or more, and your brain doesn't function as well.
Except I feel like this can't be true. This is for adults, right? Because this can't be true for teenagers because they could sleep for a day and still need more.
I remember even in my 20s, I could sleep for 10 hours.
I was never that way. I was always a morning person.
You always wanted to know what the new day would hold, and you wanted to get up and get going and see what was happening.
Ready.
And I was hiding under the covers.
But I remember 4 hours of sleep. I remember coming in here right after I had Lila, and that's how much sleep I would get at night because she was up all night long. And I thought, this is where that phrase walking into walls comes from, because you're so tired.
You're so tired.
Literally bouncing into walls.
And don't you hit, like, because I've had those nights, I've had, like, worked on the 11 o'clock news and then come and did the morning news.
Right.
And you have like 2 or 3 hours sleep. You hit a wall around, like I did, around 10 a.m. where I started getting, like, sweaty and I needed to sit down.
What's going on here? Yeah. It's not having enough sleep. It's very harmful to your body.
No, it's not a good thing at all.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, something that is wonderful to have, pets. And apparently right now during the pandemic, it's more important than ever.
It really is.
This is yet another study. There are lots of people doing studies right now.
You need to get yourself a cat, David. This is what
is
all signs point to yes for you.
This is why I put this in here today, because I wanted to talk about it.
Oh, good. Trying to convince Gary. You're like, Gary, listen.
Well, we love my dad's cat, my dad's new cat so much.
You can't have your dad's cat.
Look at this. No, we're not going to take my dad's cat. But yeah, we have learned through my dad's cat, Marvin, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be sweet to have our own cat?
Yeah.
So researchers say 90% of people who participated in this said pets have helped them cope emotionally during COVID and also stay more active.
Because you have to if you have a dog, take him for a walk.
Sure.
But you can also walk your cat. I've seen that.
I used to do that.
I remember you telling me this.
Right. I would put the cat on a leash and we would walk through the neighborhood and people would come to the window to say hi or the door. And I don't know whether it was like the spectacle of the whole thing or whether it was just I lived in a friendly neighborhood.
Do you think like the feral cats in the neighborhood were like, huh, look at this guy walking around on a leash, fancy?
I have to admit, I think my cat, Buddy, at the time was a little embarrassed by the whole thing, but I proudly walked him.
Good for you.
So, all right, you have found a TikTok video that made us all laugh.
Well, I don't know what you would do if you found this. It's kind of a cruel joke to play on someone. So I'm scrolling through TikTok like I do, and I found something, you just have to take a look, something they buried in a wall. So then they take this shirt.
Okay, they take the shirt,
Hide and Seek
champ of 2020.
And put it on a skeleton. Obviously, it's not real.
Right. But look what he does with it next. Because people, you do a renovation in your house, and you open up a wall.
This guy buries it in the drywall of the house.
Which I think is funny. I think he has a good sense of humor.
He does.
Do you remember we talked about this on the show, the couple that was renovating their bathroom?
Yeah.
And there was like a note saying, how dare you renovate
what's wrong with the bathroom? Why do you feel?
We spent a lot of money and time on this bathroom. Why would you rip down this wall? Like, so someone's going to find that when they redo, that house.
And then what, do they call the police? If you found that in the wall of your home, would you not call?
No, because you could probably tell that it was not a real skeleton, right?
I don't know.
I might call the local television station, though.
So
and by local, I mean KDKA. That's what you should be calling.
I don't know where that was. I don't know what city in America that was from, but yeah. Okay, something else everyone has been talking about. I don't know if you've seen them, but the president, I don't know if that's his real title, if you can be the president of Barstool Sports, but he calls himself the president.
I mean, I think if you create your own company and you want to call yourself the president, you probably can.
Okay, so Dave Portnoy was in Pittsburgh and visited a bunch of spots. He's not here anymore, but the videos keep surfacing.
Right.
And one of the places, he did a lot of pizza reviews, that's what he does, but he also went to Pramatti's, and it's not his review of Pramatti's. It's the guy who jumps in. I want to find him. Yeah, so we're going to show this to you because we want to find the guy, but also pay attention to this because Dave pronounces Pramatti's wrong,
an entirely different way. So just listen, and then you'll meet the guy we're talking about.
Pramatti Brothers. Pramatti Brothers? Pramatti Brothers. Everyone says Pramatti, Pittsburgh, Pramatti, sandwiches. We got people coming from the Highlands, Penn State. So everyone's told me I gotta try this place. I've never had it. Is it only in Pittsburgh? Is this place only in Pittsburgh? I think it is. I think it's a Pittsburgh only sandwich shop.
That wasn't a bite. You gotta get deeper. Oh no.
Big talker. There you go, big man.
Here we go.
All right, let's see how it is. You're saying that wasn't a bite.
So you gotta
and then
go
he
like...
shows him up. Then he shows it.
Right,
In
look
fact,
at this.
I thought you were gonna do a
people
lot more.
thought he went so big in that bite that he ate the paper.
He did not eat the paper.
No.
Okay.
I don't know who he is, but I'd love to talk to him because people were commenting underneath the video, this guy should be on more of your reviews.
He just walks up behind and he just like says, that's not a bite. I mean, I love that. And I love his voice.
I know.
Like he could be the announcer for our show.
Could he? Could
Yeah.
we have, like we need like the Price is Right guy.
Yeah, we could
Come
have
on
him.
down. Can we have him? And
So
maybe running
if this is you and you're watching right now, please contact us.
We also have no ability to hire anyone.
No, that's true.
Although it was a great idea, David.
But maybe you could join us anyway, just for a day and have fun. All right, so anyhow, we had a lot of fun and we have a lot more fun ahead. And we have a question for you. Do you love breakfast? For some people, it is their favorite meal of the day. They even have it for dinner. Well, coming up, we will take you inside a new place in town to get breakfast, brunch or lunch. And we're going inside before it opens its doors to the public. We're talking about the exciting new space for the Square Cafe, bigger and better than ever. Mikey Hood gives us a PTL first look and samples some of the new menu items too.
Well, maybe instead of breakfast, you'd rather just eat candy. With so much Halloween candy around right now, our Transformation Tuesday wellness coach offers up some alternatives, and we find out if sugar-free candy is a good option or not.
Interesting. Plus, how you can go exploring in Pittsburgh this weekend with the behind-the-scenes unique access to all kinds of places around town. Nebbiness, as we like to say, is encouraged.
So pour another cup of Joe on this National Coffee Day, Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. There's much more of PTL ahead, and we are so glad you're with us. I need a fresh coffee.